Thanks for doing my Lamaze exercises here at home with me, Mom. You know, imagine the scene I'd make if I enrolled in Lamaze class at the hospital.
Yes, it would be a first time, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm okay with the breathing, but how can I say this in a sensitive, adult manner? Sitting like this hurts my man package.
Well, considering that other pregnant women don't have your man package, I doubt that Lamaze ever took your unique physiology into account when he was devising his technique.
Narrow-minded sexist. Lamaze wasn't very forward-thinking, was he?
Well, I imagine he just couldn't conceive of a man ever conceiving a baby.
Worms do it. You know, rumor has it, even some dinosaurs could do it. Is it really that much of a stretch?
Well, you know, Vincent, medical texts are rewritten all the time, so maybe one day your situation will be mainstream. But until then, you have to focus on having your baby in the most up-to-date way.
You'd rather I just go squat in the field and hope for the best, wouldn't you, Mom?
No, of course not. And if I seem uncomfortable, it's just because I'm still having a hard time accepting that my son is pregnant. And by his father, no less.
You're just lucky, Mom.
Well, yes. I feel lucky. So very lucky.
Sheridan?
That was the last time I checked.
I wasn't expecting you.
Who else would fly all this way to see you?
I was hoping it was fancy.
That was a welcomed interruption.
Mexican police have Juanita in their custody now.
They're going to take her to a holding cell at headquarters until she's arraigned on all the charges.
The police said they'd get your statement first thing in the morning.
I want to be there when you give it. I want to make sure you give them every single detail so she gets the maximum sentence. Her and everyone else involved.
Thank you, Ethan.
I would throw the switch on that bloodthirsty bitch if I could. But I'm not going to rest until Juanita and every single person involved in Teresa's death is bound for prison. I promise you that.
Don't you worry. When I testify at Juanita's trial and her cohorts, they will be. Every last one of them.
So what were you going to tell us, Mama? What's this secret that you had?
Well, the truth
Wait, I'm sorry. Where is Gwen?
I don't know. I thought she went with you to see Juanita.
No, I thought she was with you.
No.
Well, where is she?
Okay, the police van is here. I'm sure Juanita's in it. Now, I need to make this quick before Ethan and the others realize that I'm missing, but the question is, how do I set Juanita free in time to do what she needs to do to make sure Pilar doesn't tell Ethan that I am partly responsible for Teresa's death? Because if he finds that out, I'm going to lose him forever.
My secret is the reason Teresa and I came to Mexico. And it's also the reason why Juanita is involved. And quite frankly, it's also why Juanita, along with other people, wanted Teresa dead.
I don't understand.
You will. When I tell you the horrible truth, you'll understand everything. Juanita and I knew each other growing up. And in fact, we remained close friends even after I left Mexico to live in America.
How could you ever be friends with such a disgusting person, Mama?
She wasn't always like this, mijo. A sudden tragedy turned her life upside down, and it turned her heart to stone.
You know what it was?
Yes. Her husband, along with her entire family, were killed all in one night.
Oh, my God.
What happened?
I'm to blame. It's my fault. I'm to blame for her husband's death and her children.
How?
I killed her husband.
What?
What do you... You did?
Yes, and then later that night, in a botched attempt to prevent more violence, the local police, because I called them, they murdered her children in front of her. I'm so sorry. My husband gone. My children murdered by the police because you called them. I thought the police would stop the violence, not add to it. I don't care what you thought. You are to blame for my entire family being killed. You took everything from me, Pilar. Everything I held dear. I didn't mean to. Carlos raped me, and I tried to defend myself, and I killed him by accident. Liar. But Carlos was a good man. We had a close, loving marriage. He wouldn't hurt anyone. And he certainly wouldn't force himself on the likes of you. Shut up! I lost everyone. I love Pilar because of you. And now I am going to prison as an accessory for what I don't even know. All because of you. I warned you about the Vasquez family. I knew that being with Carlos would be bad. I knew he would get you in trouble. I am only in trouble because of you. Juanita, por favor. You better start running. Run as far away as you can. Because I won't be in prison forever. And when I get out, I promise you, I will find you wherever you are. And I will kill you and everyone you love! Juanita swore revenge. And she has started to take it. By killing my sister and my nephews. And then she said all these events in motion to cause Teresa's death tonight.
You're telling us that you committed murder.
Yes.
God, please forgive me, but I had to protect myself no matter what. Now I need to get back before Ethan realizes that I'm missing.
When the hotel clerk said a blonde woman was here to see me, I assumed it was Fancy, not Sheridan.
Were you expecting someone else?
No, I'm just surprised to see you.
What about me, Daddy?
Marty! Oh, God, this is great. Oh, what a great surprise to see you.
I missed you, Daddy. Both Mom and I did.
I missed you too, buddy.
You know, I wasn't sure when you were going to make it back to Harmony, and well, you know, Marty was so anxious to see you, so I flew us both down here, and the Crane jet made record time.
No, this is great. This is the best surprise ever. Oh, God, it's just what the doctor ordered.
I wonder if the doctor can order something for my bruised ego. So you made it sound like things weren't going so well down here.
Yeah, yeah, they're not.
Why? What happened?
Yeah, it's Teresa.
I killed Juanita's husband in self-defense. But Juanita never believed me. She thought that I was trying to seduce him, and that he rejected me, and that I killed him in anger.
That's crazy.
I know. But that's what she believed to be the truth. And then to see her children killed in front of her by the police because I called them, trying to prevent violence. Well, it was just too much for her. So she coped by taking her husband's place in the Mexican mob as some kind of, I don't know, sick, twisted tribute to him. I don't know. But it just meant that she had a lot of power. And so her threats were to be taken seriously, that she would do something to my family. That's why I never came to visit Paloma in Mexico all the years that she lived here with my sister Maria, because I was afraid that Juanita would find out and that she would start her revenge. And as you know, it started anyway. Tia Maria, her sons, and Teresa are dead now.
Why didn't you tell us about Juanita's husband and kids a long time ago?
Because I was ashamed. Because I was afraid. I knew in my heart that I had to hide that part of my life in order to protect you. And Juanita didn't know my married last name, and she didn't know where I lived in the States. So as the years went on, I started to believe that we were safe, that we were okay. But then she found out about me, and she is starting to take away my loved ones. One by one, just like she vowed she would. My sister, my nephew, Teresa, they're all dead because of me.
No, Mama, you can't blame yourself. Look, you didn't do this. This isn't your fault.
Oh, no. I wonder how much Pilar told Ethan.
Gwen, you have some explaining to do.
Uh-oh. So you just keep practicing your breathing until our next session, and I'll teach you how to manage your contractions right before you give birth.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. So, why don't you keep me company while I make you something to eat? You know, you have to have a nice, healthy diet for the baby's sake.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, I've been following all the rules in my pregnancy book, okay? I won't be a bad mother like you were. Drinking and doing drugs when you were pregnant with me.
Oh, I was a different person then, Vincent. I was too young and naive and confused to know better.
Admit it, Mom. You were a drug-addicted whore who didn't give a damn. And what was served at my baby shower? Coke and crack with Johnny Walker Black?
Don't be ridiculous.
No, really. What was served?
I didn't have a baby shower when I was pregnant with you, Vincent. Except for a woman named Crystal, I didn't have any friends.
Well, no wonder I'm such a people person.
Can we please just have a pleasant meal together?
Yeah, I'll eat later.
Okay, just as long as you do. And what is that for?
Oh, I have a date tonight.
Vincent, you can't tie women up.
Oh, not women. Just you, Mom. See, Daddy's coming over for a date with Valerie tonight, and I can't have you around playing chaperone.
Vincent! Do not bite and gag me. I am your mother.
And I'm your problem child.
But I promised you that I wouldn't tell your secret to Julian.
Oh, sorry, Mom. I can't take any chances. Seeing Valerie do it with Daddy might be too much for you to keep quiet. And this way, you get to keep your word, and I get into Daddy's pants.
You have got to stop having sex with your father. Especially since you're pregnant.
I'm not having sex with Daddy. Valerie is.
You are Valerie.
Not yet, but I will be. And then Daddy and I will have incredible incestuous sex together.
God, I think I'm going to be sick.
Oh, well, I don't have time to mop up your vomit, okay? So...
No.
I need to be fabulous and alluring for Daddy. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, remember, behave, or I'll kill Daddy. And then I'll kill you next.
It's going to take a long time to make sense of what happened. That's if we ever do.
I mean, what were Teresa and Pilar doing here in Mexico?
I don't have all the facts yet. There's a woman named Juanita Vasquez. She pretty much runs the Mexican mob. And before she tried to kill Teresa and Mama by blowing up the boat they were on, she killed Mama's sister and her 2 sons.
Oh, my God. Maria?
Yep.
We stayed at her inn in Puerto Reina.
She raised Paloma.
Oh, my God. How on earth did Pilar and Teresa get involved with someone like Juanita in the first place?
I don't know. And she can be damn sure that I'm going to find out.
Comfy, Mom? Good. I'm letting you stay in here so that you can listen to Daddy and me having a good time. Count how many times he grunts and groans and then decide who gives him more pleasure. Me or you. Oh, I'm sorry, Mommy. I can't hear you. You seem to have tape around your mouth. There's Daddy now. You stay here, okay? I'm going to go let Daddy in. Oh, after I answer the door.
Good evening. Sorry I'm late, but there were some problems at the mansion.
Oh?
Yes, Ivy and Rebecca were both stabbed by Esme's attacker.
Oh, my. Are they all right?
Yes, but the attackers are still on the loose. I mean, that's all Harmony needs, isn't it? Another serial killer following in Vincent's footsteps.
Vincent killed because Grandfather made him. Now it's up to us if we murder someone or not. Kiss me, you sexy man, you. I have been waiting all day to spend time alone with you.
Go now, Julian. Leave before it's too late. So, what did I miss?
Mama was just telling us about Juanita Vasquez and what a terrible person she is.
Oh.
I just told them about what happened to me here in Mexico a long time ago. Not about how the tragedy came about tonight. At least not yet.
But there's a part of this I don't understand. You said that Juanita didn't know your married name or where you lived in the U.S., right?
True.
Well, then how of a sudden, after 20 years of looking for you nonstop, did she find out?
That's a good question, Ethan. But I have to warn you, the truth will shock you.
Don't leave us in suspense.
Yes, Pilar, tell us how Juanita finally knew where to find you after all this time.
My favorite hockey team, the Bruins, beat the Oilers last night in Edmonton.
Sweet. Hey, when we get home, we're going to go to another game, okay? Maybe we'll even stay the night in Boston and take in some local history the next day. How's that sound?
Cool. So much neat stuff happened in Boston during the Revolution.
Yes, it did. Maybe we'll even go to Faneuil Hall. I bet Fancy can get us a private tour there.
Does Fancy have to go with us?
No, but do you not want her to go?
No, not really. I'd rather go with you and Mom.
scotch neat for you and apple juice for me.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Daddy.
Oh, God.
So, where is Eve?
Oh, I took her to an AA meeting, and from there she'll go to spend the night at her sponsor's house, something about intensive one-on-one therapy.
Don't listen to her, Julian. I'm in here listening to you being set up.
You know, I just can't tell you how wonderful I think you are to take a leave from Crane so you could move in here and help Eve. It's nothing short of noble.
Oh, thank you, Julian.
And I'm sure that Eve thanks you, too.
Yes. I'm speechless.
Eve is very, very lucky to have you, and especially now since TC and Simone are down in New Orleans to help Whitney. It's almost as if you've become a daughter to Eve.
Almost. But not quite.
You know, I do feel a special bond with Eve. I feel a special bond with you too, Julian. That we are connected by more than just this baby.
Oh, God.
How Juanita found out about my whereabouts after all these years is a logical question, with a very disturbing answer.
Okay, how so?
Alerting Juanita of my whereabouts is like a death sentence for my entire family. But those responsible, they knew the consequences of their actions, and they acted anyway. So they are just as much to blame for my sister's death and her son's as Juanita herself. These monstrous people, they saw an opportunity and they took it, knowing full well what the consequences would be.
Who would do something so terrible?
I'm sorry you don't want to be around Fancy anymore.
At first she was really fun to be around. Then she got really mean.
Yelling at us at the cottage that time.
Your dad, Fancy, scared me.
I'm sorry, buddy. Just so you know, Daddy would never have fallen in love with Fancy if she acted like that all the time.
Yeah, and Fancy was really mean tonight, too.
Really? Sheridan, what happened?
Well, it's just like Marty said. Fancy completely lost control tonight.
Well, what set her off this time?
Look, I'm sorry. But I told Fancy that I don't want her to ever be near Marty ever again. And look, she took a swing at me. She chased me around the living room with a vase, trying to knock me out.
What?
Yeah, and then she rolled around the floor. It looks funny, but it really wasn't.
No, that doesn't sound funny. Oh, I should get this. Excuse me. It's Louise.
Was it okay to tell Daddy Fancy looked funny on the floor?
Yeah, it was okay because you said it really wasn't.
It was more weird than anything.
Weird how?
Well, when I was playing my video game, it seemed like Fancy was doing the same thing I made the Exalted One do in the game.
I wondered if it was my imagination. But Marty noticed it too. You know, it's probably just a coincidence. But hey, let's not tell Daddy because he's got a lot on his mind right now, okay?
Okay, Mom.
Why don't you go in the other room and play one of your video games?
Okay.
Okay.
I just hope when I'm playing the video game here, I'm not making Fancy go crazy back at home.
Yeah, me too. Hey, how's it going?
Been better. I should just get back. What did Marty mean when he said he didn't want to make Fancy do anything crazy?
I'd wait till Luis gets here, but this is too important. You need to know who contacted Juanita, knowing full well what would happen. They are accessories to murder, and they need to be put away along with Juanita.
Who? Mama, who?
I never thought it would come to this. But the truth is that
Sorry, hang on. Hello? What? Yep, we're on our way.
Who was that?
The Mexican authorities.
Is there a problem?
Yeah, and it's huge. Juanita escaped from custody.
What? Oh, no.
How the hell did that happen?
You go help find her, because her destruction would be unthinkable. Go.
We'll do everything we
Wait,
can.
Neil, please. Just be careful, because that woman would kill you on the spot, okay?
Well, be careful, okay?
How is this possible? God, how did this woman escape? Now my family is in danger again? How did she get away?
I set her free.
You what?
I helped Juanita escape. Don't let Valerie seduce you, Julian. It's Vincent you're really kissing.
What's the matter? Don't you like me anymore?
Of course, dear. I just don't think it's that wise to get all hot and bothered here tonight.
Well, why not?
Well, for starters, you're with child.
Getting hot and bothered with you is how I got pregnant.
Well, that's true, but now since you're pregnant, I believe we should act accordingly.
We can be careful. I can think of several positions that are perfectly safe for the baby.
Even so, I don't think we should take any chances. I mean, you've had some difficulties with your pregnancy.
Good. Resist Valerie's advances.
Julian, I would never do anything to risk hurting our baby. And besides, my doctor didn't say I couldn't have sex, so I think it is perfectly okay.
It's never okay to have sex with your father.
Come on, Daddy, let's have fun. You know you can't get enough of me. And besides, I give as good as I get.
Don't do it, Julian. Don't let our pregnant son seduce you.
Well, why would you think that Marty could do something to make Fancy act crazy?
I can't tell Luis of my suspicions. If I am right and Fancy is able to stop having these outbursts, there'd be nothing to stop her and Luis from getting married. Marty was blaming himself for Fancy's outbursts.
What? That's crazy.
You and I know that. But Marty, he's a child with a different sense of logic. And I tried to assure him that Fancy's outbursts have nothing to do with him. But what you overheard was that I just couldn't get through to him. That's why I thought it'd be best that I brought him down here to Mexico.
Why? Because he's so upset about Fancy being upset?
I wanted to get him away from the estate for a little while. Especially, too, since Esme's attacker stabbed both Ivy and Rebecca.
Oh, my God. Are they all right?
As far as I know.
Good. Because I've got enough on my plate trying to figure out why this Juanita woman wanted Teresa and Mama dead.
How dare you? How dare you let Juanita escape? That woman is a cold-blooded killer. She killed my sister, my nephews, and my poor Teresa.
I mean, technically, Teresa was attacked by sharks.
Oh! Wow, I've come to know that you are quite the piece of work, Gwen. What kind of a monster are you?
I'm not a monster, Pilar. I am fighting for the man I have loved my whole life.
A man who no longer loves you, Gwen.
Because Teresa stole him from me. And now I want him back.
So you let that monster, Juanita, do your dirty work? By getting rid of my Teresa so that you can throw yourself at Ethan? Do you really think that man would even look at you right now?
You forced me to do this.
I forced you. How dare you make excuses for what you've done?
Because it's true!
Only in the sick world that you and your mother share. You are disgraceful and pathetic to stand there and pretend that you're only doing what you need to do My Teresa's dead because of you. And if Juanita isn't caught, the rest of my family's blood will be on your hands. So don't you dare tell me that you're not a monster, because you are the worst kind of monster there is.
I never understood why Ivy called it Little Julian, when it's anything but small.
If only Vincent had duct taped my ears as well.
Well, Ivy was just playing her part as my bitter half. But you know, I think it's best if little Julian not come out to play tonight.
I promise he'll have fun.
I don't doubt that. You have almost uncanny abilities at sensing what activities little Julian would enjoy most.
Because Valerie is a man who understands male erogenous zones.
Nonetheless, I think it's best if I just take a rain check. Well, now I'll take you out for a nice dinner.
The only thing I'm hungry for, Julian, is you.
Wait. I just think it's so wonderful to moved in here and to take care of Eve. But to be with you now in her house is just not right. And it's no secret that I still love Eve, and I would like to get back with her. And if I sleep with you, then that's not going to happen. And also, it's not fair to you to be with a man who loves another woman.
Who cares about fair as long as it feels good? Vincent wouldn't trade anything for his time with Chad.
You see my point, don't you?
Thank you for spelling it out for me. You know what? I'll freshen your drink and you decide where we go to dinner.
Oh. Well, I'm delighted that you're being so reasonable about all this.
I hate confrontation.
Liar! Valerie's up to something.
Let's see if you can say no to me after you have this, Daddy. Here you go.
Oh.
Daddy, drink up. I made it just the way you like it.
Don't trust her, Julian. She's your son.
Well, I've got to get back down to the wharf and see what Mama has to say.
Well, I would like to come with you, Luis, because I can only imagine the grief that Ethan must be going through after losing Teresa. I know how I felt after I thought I lost you. There was a hole in my heart that was just overflowing with grief and despair.
Okay. What about Marty?
Everybody will be so upset over the loss of Teresa. I think it'd be best if he stays here. I'll call down to the front desk for a sitter.
Sitter? You think that's safe?
Well, the only threat to him is Fancy, and she's thousands of miles away.
All right. I'll go tell Marty about the sitter then.
Now, Fancy is thousands of miles away, and I'm here with Luis. I would be a fool not to make the most of that. And I'm no fool.
Julian was a fool to let Valerie give him a second drink.
Well, not a martini, but delicious nonetheless. Now, where should we go for... Ooh. I'm feeling rather tired all of a sudden. A bit dizzy as well.
Oh, my God. Valerie drugged Julian's drink so Vincent can have his way with him.
Why go anywhere at all? We can have what we want right here.
Are you suggesting we order in?
I know what I want.
What?
You, Daddy. You.
Oh,
no.
Well, I thought we agreed to abstain.
It's a woman's prerogative to change her mind.
Valerie's no woman. She's your pregnant son.
At first, the whole thought of this was a little too grisly for me.
But you know what I did, Flora? I thought a lot about the years and years of horrible, awful things that Teresa did to me. And you know what? It got a hell of a lot easier. So forget it. I want Ethan back.
That's where you're wrong. You're never going to have Ethan. Because I'm going to tell him every awful thing you and your mother have done. All of it. He's going to know that the reason he lost that Esa was because of you. So you see, my dear Gwen, you helped Juanita escape for nothing. You've made it worse for yourself. Because I'm going to bury you.
Not if Juanita buries you first.
Oh, I love having sex with you, Daddy. Oh, no one makes me feel the way you do.
Oh, for God's sake, getting Vincent pregnant was bad enough. Don't let Valerie seduce you again. She's your son, Julian. Valerie is Vincent. You're having sex with your son.
Oh, yes, Daddy. Oh, I love your loving. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, Julian.
Daddy loves me, yes he do. I'm his son and daughter too. Mommy's listening, freaked and stressed to what she thinks is more incest. Yes, Daddy loves me, yes, Daddy loves me, yes, Daddy loves me, his son and daughter too.
You struck out too?
Along with the police. No one's even seen Juanita.
Well, Louise should be back soon. I'll know how to look in places we missed.
We gotta find her. She's out there somewhere.
You hear that?
I want everybody who is responsible for your sister's death to be behind bars. And once Juanita's in custody, we're gonna find out who else was involved. They're gonna pay too.
Well, at least the sitter the hotel sent to look after Marty seemed like a real pro.
Yeah, I feel totally comfortable leaving him with her.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You wouldn't dare tell Ethan what I've done while Juanita's on the loose.
And why not?
Because I'll deny it, and without Juanita to back up your story, Ethan won't believe you.
You stupid, naive girl. I have to tell people your role in this before Juanita kills me or more of my family. By helping Juanita escape, you forced my hand, Gwen. You've unleashed evil on innocent people, including children. So their blood will be on your hands.
She wouldn't kill a child.
Yeah, she would. She takes pleasure in killing children.
No, even she's not that cruel.
Yeah, she will. I'm just glad that none of my grandchildren are here in Mexico. Because they would be the first on our hit list.
Who are you?